Hi, and a very warm welcome to this series of interviews by myself, Rachel Smith, a business grower, and other inspiring, amazing entrepreneurial women who've had the great pleasure to work with and work alongside. This is my series of true stories from women who have had a dream, who've had a flicker of passion, and it's really about exploring how they have taken that passion and turned it into a viable, fabulous business. And I'm absolutely delighted that one of my amazing clients, Diane Bassford from Marketing Dynamo, has joined me this morning to share her inspirational story. So welcome, Diane. Thank you so much for coming on here today.
Thank you, Rachel. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. So Diane, let's just dive straight into it. We're all busy women. Let's start, really exploring what your story has been about your business. So would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about your business?
Yes, so I'm Diane Bassford, and I'm a blogger, a business owner, and a creative web designer. And my business is Marketing Dynamo, as Rachel says.
Fantastic. So how long have you been running your own business, Diane?
I have a few businesses, and I've been self-employed since 2011. And Marketing Dynamo has really taken off since about a year ago. So it's been running for about 1 year now for Marketing Dynamo. The other businesses, I have a property investment company, which has been running since 2009. I was working part-time and working full-time since 2011. That's still going. So I've been in business a little while.
Fantastic. So not just running one business, running two then.
Yeah, and a holiday home, which has kept me very busy, and Bees Oils as well, which is an aromatherapy business as well. So yes, a few different
hats. And you decided to add another one.
Yes.
A year ago. So you're coming up to your business birthday.
Yes, yeah. It's a bit of a blur really when it started, because I think you start creating a business, and where is the actual start point? When was the inception? So it's been running for about a year. I've been having paying clients for a year now.
Fantastic. That's great to hear. And lots of people on who would be listening to this would be really kind of keen to understand what it's taken for you to go from that point of conception, and especially when you've had all those other businesses.
Yeah.
What has it taken for you to arrive at the point that you're at today, where you've got business, it's a year old, you've got paying clients? What has it taken for you to arrive here?
I think the first biggest step is having lots of businesses and a busy family life. I've got 2 children as well. Is planning. That's been the biggest difference. So every Sunday I plan my week ahead, and I plan my month ahead, I plan my quarter ahead, and that really keeps me on track and makes sure I'm focused and I can get the jobs done. And when I started Marketing Dynamo, I was thinking more, it's called Marketing Dynamo because it was a very broad idea at first. It was just marketing in general and mainly online marketing. But over the course of the year, I've found, projects that I've really enjoyed and projects that I've enjoyed less. And so I've cut it down now to focusing just on websites, blogging, and social media, really. So all the things about promoting your business online. So those are the 3 things that I focus on now. And it's a lot easier and it's a lot more fun. So it started off being email marketing, Facebook adverts, Google adverts, and all those kind of things. But now I've just channeled it to the things that I really enjoy and that I think I've got the strongest skills in as well.
So that's really interesting that you start off with quite a broad kind of message, niche, and actually what you've done is you've had the confidence to really focus on the things that you enjoy and the things that make business fun for you.
Yeah. And also I started working out with mainly local businesses. That was the key thing. But now I've broadened that in the opposite direction, broadened it to just to people online as well. So I'm working with people, all over the place, as well as still having that touch with businesses on the ground and people locally that are running businesses. So that's been fun.
So can you just expand on what the business looks like now then, Diane? It sounds like, over the last 12, 13 months, your business model and the way that you do your business has changed quite a lot as well.
Yeah, so now I'm the main bulk of the work is website work. So I have lovely clients working on diverse businesses. So I get to learn about the businesses they're running as well. So I have lovely clients working on websites, and then I enjoy blogging and writing, so I do ghost blogging for the businesses as well, which is really good fun. And then also I've just released a 4-part course on blogging mastery with all the tools and all the tips and the tricks and shortcuts, so that you can save time and automate and things like that with your blogging. So that's a secondary business that doesn't take up as much of my time now because it's been built. And I just offer ongoing support for people on that course. So it's quite different from when it first started out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll have to ask that question later on. What your plans are for the future. It might be a nice way to kind of round this interview off. So in terms of the entire time that you've been a female entrepreneur, what do you think the biggest challenge has been for you to overcome?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is being visible, and I think it's something that you identified quite early on in a business review, Rachel, was that I can be quite visible putting my blogs out there and putting my name out there and even go networking, but I do tend to hide behind the blogs and the information, and actually being visible personally is something that's been a lot more challenging. And so there's a few things I've tried to do to overcome that, with trying with video and getting more comfortable with video, trying audio recordings as well, and dabbling in Facebook Live, which has been quite a challenge. And Rachel, you gave me the opportunity to look after one of your groups for a couple of days. It was only 4 days over the summer holidays, but that was a really good point for me to just think, right, okay, what can I step out of my comfort zone with this? And that was a really good challenge, and I'm really glad I've got that under my belt, and I did it. I didn't do Facebook Live every day like I thought I might try and do. It was a lot more challenging to do it every day, but that was a really good experience.
So when you face these challenges, Diane, what does it take for you to find it within you to overcome these challenges? Because visibility is such a massive strategy for all of us to master, really. So, how do you kind of overcome those challenges?
One of the first things is that I think it's my ego getting in the way, thinking, well, people are going to think I'm an idiot and things like that. So I just try and put that aside and just forget about that bit and just leave it alone. And then I just focus on, well, this is going to benefit my business, my clients, and my family ultimately. So I have that in mind, and then I just take little tiny steps, and a lot of the steps are behind the scenes. So I've messed around with recording on my camera and on my phone and things like that, and practice a little bit with Facebook Live, where I'd only record a few seconds and then delete it again. So I knew that nobody would be watching, because it would be very unlikely that people are going to jump on all of a sudden. So I did little steps behind the scenes just to get over those little bumps and build my confidence, and have little wins, and then just build on those, really. That's how it's been working for me.
Those little steps and letting that build the momentum.
Yeah.
That's good, because I think lots of people think you've got to become an expert in something, like become an expert in Facebook Live or Snapchat stories. You've got to become an expert before you can actually go out there and kind of say to the world, hi, I'm Heath, and connect with me this way. I love hearing how it's been for you. It's building the small steps, building your confidence, building the momentum, and then when you're there, it's just that's just the norm for you now, isn't it?
It's getting there, yeah. It's each time I do these things that I don't like doing or I find uncomfortable, then you just build on your confidence, don't you? And you know that you've done it okay before without complete disaster, and so you can do it again and build on it. And
do you think, Diane, that these things are necessary, or do you feel that there's a pressure for you to use the tools that are around to become more visible?
I think it's a really good question, isn't it? I think there is pressure, but you have to focus on what is it that you're trying to achieve. And so if it fits within your vision of what you're trying to do with your business or your personal things, then if it fits, then you got to try and tackle it. And for me to try and meet other business owners and help them grow their businesses, like I've learned to grow mine, then I have to be out there and let people know who I am so that they can come to me. So for me, I think it's something that I have to do in my business. For other businesses that I don't need to do it. So, for example, the market at the Global Property Club, I wouldn't dream of jumping on Facebook Live for that, because it's a totally different business and it just wouldn't work. With that, it's a lot more relationship building and email marketing. But for Marketing Dynamo, I do think I need to be out there more and get more comfortable. And also to show other business owners that they can do it as well. If I can do it, and I am a very shy person, I'm very, I don't like big groups of people either. So if I can do it, anyone can have a go.
And I love that. I love the fact that it's kind of like a necessity for your business, and you've linked it to that bigger vision of where you're headed, and understood that it's just a tool to get you there. And that even as a shy person, you can still succeed with it. But with the other businesses, you totally give yourself permission not to do those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's making it fit for purpose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your clients are online, therefore you need to be online for Marketing Dynamo, but for your business, for the property business, it's not a good fit, so why do it?
Yeah.
And I think so many people don't always ask themselves that question, that the activities that they're focusing on every day in the business is actually the activities that are going to resonate with their audience. Because if it doesn't, it's kind of like definitely one to drop and to focus on other activities that are really going to help you bring your audience to you.
That's it. I think it's about being efficient as well, isn't it? And choosing which ones are actually going to deliver the results that you're looking for. And I haven't got a lot of spare time, so when I work, I need to make sure it's going to get me results, and it needs to be for a good reason, definitely.
Yeah, thank you, Diane. So this kind of leads us into kind of my next area that I'd love to explore with you, and that is, what have you learned most about yourself during the time of being an entrepreneur?
Oh gosh, I suppose it's a constant journey, isn't it? Learning more about yourself and your interests and your business and your industry. So there's so many different things. I think one of the big things that I've been working on over the last year, especially in working with you, Rachel, is mindset, which I think is just so key, because you can have all the skills and all the subscriptions and all the services and all the technology, but if you haven't got the right mindset, you're really going to be still stuck where you are. So that's something that I'm still constantly working on. And just knowing that you can achieve things if you plan it out enough, and you look to fill the gaps in your knowledge, or the things that you're missing, then you can achieve anything. You really can. If you put your mind to it and you focus on it, why you're doing it, and it's a good reason, then you can do anything. So just having that confidence, really. I used to worry a lot about, oh gosh, am I going to be able to deliver this piece of work on time? Is my family going to get in the way? Is there going to be an illness, or is there going to be a disaster, or and I used to put off trying to do those things. Now I just think, no, I know that if I've set a deadline, I'll do whatever it takes to get there and to make sure it's done. So I can set more tasks for myself now with that confidence.
What I love about you, Diane, we've worked on and off during the last year, really, and you talk about yourself being that shy person, but actually you're coming out in my groups more as a leader. That is absolutely awesome. You're really stepping into who you truly are, which is this very talented female entrepreneur who's got years of business experience.
Thank you.
It's like you really connect with other women. It's like you are inspirational in the sense that you are so supportive of other women.
Oh.
And my group, you really get behind people, and it's like, come on, you can do it. And it's totally what you just said there, that you totally understand now about yourself, that you can actually achieve whatever it is that you set out to achieve. And it's like, marrying that up with the mindset and that self-belief, and that really comes across when I'm working with you, when I see you working with other people as well.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. That's lovely. I think, before meeting you and before networking and meeting other women in business and other women online, I worked in seclusion, really, on the property business in particular, and it was no fun. It was a big struggle. And, now having gone through that alone, I know how much worth there is in working with other people and just having support around you, even if it's just online. And if I see any other business owner that's in a similar situation to myself a few years ago, I wish someone would have come and helped me. So that's, I want to pass it forwards, really.
I think there's so much in that, though, is that the women, and I was definitely guilty of this, is that we think that we've got to figure it out ourselves. And that comes across all areas of our lives, our health, our families, whatever it is. But in business, it's like you can waste a lot of time, energy, your self-esteem, your confidence can be totally destroyed by trying to actually figure all of this out on your own. And I love that the fact that you're like on a mission now to ensure that nobody has to be in that situation, and that if you can, you will be there and support them.
Yeah, absolutely. And and not just by offering my business, but if I know about other businesses around me and like services like yourselves and other groups around me, that if I can just suggest it to somebody, then I certainly will do.
Yeah, brilliant. That's great. So in terms of actually offering up one kind of piece of advice to somebody who's in this situation, where they're looking to grow the business, they've got that passion, what is that single piece of advice that you would pass on to somebody?
I think I'd just say, just go for it, because, you can do it. And you have to find the missing pieces, the things that you don't know. You need to invest, to a level that you're comfortable with. You do need to invest in your own business and yourself. But it's such a massive journey. And business, when you're working for yourself, it's a blur between business and life and your personal life, and you just learn so much, and it's just such a fantastic journey that you should really just go for it. I couldn't possibly work for anybody else now, and I can't even understand how I even worked for somebody else for 10 years or so before. So I'd absolutely say go for it. It's well worth the journey. There's ups and downs, but it's well worth it.
It is amazing, isn't it? Especially when you're a parent as well, having the ability. I mean, it's a juggle, isn't it? It's constant juggle. Try to get the balance right and all the rest of it, and sometimes we get it right and sometimes we don't. But being a business owner when you've got a family is so amazing. It
is, and it's just, I think, don't try and take on too much at once. You can just build on it. When you've got a routine going, and then you add another task on and make that a routine, and before you know it, you've got a schedule that's quite busy, and you can put more and more into your time. I heard something about, really super successful people. They don't think in hours or half an hour. They think in minutes, how much they can get done or things they can get sorted in minutes. And I think everyone's got the same amount of time, haven't they? But you just have to learn to be more efficient and more focused on what you're trying to achieve in life and in business.
Yeah, and actually focus on those actions that are actually going to get you the results. I mean, I was starting out in business and didn't have a clue what was going on. I used to just spend my whole time on Facebook and things like that.
Yeah.
The whole day's work, like,
I still have to stop that.
Well, it's like our community. It's like our online community. You've got your work colleagues around you. And then in terms of the next stage for you then as a female entrepreneur, what's kind of in the pipeline for you in the future?
Yeah, it's an exciting time because I've just done the first course, which was the blogging mastery. I might rename that at some point, but at the moment I'm just going to leave it at that. But I'm going to focus on website building for businesses, ghost blogging because I just love writing, and then I'm going to create another series of courses so that I can add it to my bank of information and resources to offer my clients. So the next course is, I'm starting to write it now, and it's on social media mastery. So how to, get yourself out there, but how to be efficient again and focus like we talked about. So not wasting time, how to automate and delegate and things like that. And then the other course that I have bubbling away in my brain is efficiency, time efficiency and productivity and the success strategies, those kind of things, but on a very practical level. So I learned a lot of things a lot of years ago when my children were particularly little, to how to use your time really well. And so to bring that to other people. So that's the three courses.
That's exciting. Look forward to seeing those come to their fullness, definitely.
Yeah.
Diane, thank you so much for that. Just before we finish today, it would be lovely if you could share how people could find out more about you and what you do. So how can people find out that?
Yep, you can find out more about me from my website, and if you'd like to take a look at the blog, which is at www.marketing-dynamo.com. And there's lots of information on there on how to promote your business online. And if you'd like to, you can sign up for my my email list where I send out my blogs and freebies and offers and things like that. So please head over to my website.
Thanks, Diane. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your inspirational story. I know that it's going to resonate with loads of women out there who are really interested in just how on earth you can go from that kind of starting point to having a caseload like yourself where you've got paying clients and it's all happened within a year. But also the aspect that you don't just run one business, it's multi-business, multi-levels. And you don't have any more time than anybody else, yet you still manage to do that, and you don't look crazy to me.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you doing this, especially for the lady who doesn't like being on video.
Yeah. Thank you.
So that's Diane and myself kind of concluding our conversation this morning. I hope you've really enjoyed understanding and hearing Diane's story. I think behind any female entrepreneur, there's always a really interesting story, and definitely check out what Diane does. It's awesome. And if you really would like to stay connected to me, you can do that online, because that's where we hang out. So you can find me on Facebook, which is Rachel Smith Business Bro. That's my Facebook page. And you're very welcome to come and join my group of amazing women like Diane in my free Facebook group, which is Live Your Abundant Life, which is basically my group where I help and support women to live abundantly in life, in business. And I look forward to connecting with you all again soon. Bye for now.